fifth last year in Austria, out in Q1 today. Nicholas Latifi, who will start his first ever. As Ocon rounds the final corner and crosses the line and stays, sadly for him, outside of the top 10, 14th only for Esteban Ocon. Valtteri Bottas goes quickest, 1:03.015. Lando Norris can't improve, stays third fastest. Lewis Hamilton can't beat his teammate Valtteri Bottas, who has the quickest time in this session. Carlos Sainz will be next to cross the line. Into the shade he comes, fifth fastest. That looked a bit ragged from Sebastian Vettel there as he crosses the line, and he stays 10th fastest. How much danger is Sebastian Vettel in? Fiat can't get past him, only 12th for him. Ricciardo next. They're not improving their times as you would normally expect as they cross the line. Leclerc stays 9th. Romain Grosjean is out, 15th only for him. Here comes Pierre Gasly, fastest first and final sectors of his session. Alex Albon goes third fastest, pushes Sebastian Vettel out of qualifying. Verstappen doesn't need to go any quicker. He is safely through. The big shock is that a driver who you'd expect to be in Q3 is out. It's not Verstappen, it's Sebastian Vettel.
How are we safe?
You are P10, P10.
That's crazy.
Seb Vettel has been told his services are no longer required, and he was already struggling at turn one, wasn't he? But I don't think he lost too much time there. But the car a little bit squirrely. He took a very wide line in, got on the throttle early, so his lap was already slightly compromised.
He missed out by a couple of tenths, Sebastian Vettel, and along with him, Pierre Gasly, Danny Kvyat, Esteban Ocon and Romain Grosjean. Perez has never started in the top three. He did qualify second in Baku at the European Grand Prix in 2016, took a gearbox penalty, a five-place grid penalty, so that's why he didn't start on the front row there. He's qualified fourth on 5 occasions. Could that be 6 today, or could he go one better, I wonder? Opening skirmishes then of this Q3 session. Lewis Hamilton already a couple of tenths up on his teammate Valtteri Bottas, and Lando Norris 3 tenths back. 10th back, Carlos Sainz on Valtteri Bottas. Good first sector that for Carlos Sainz. We carry on with the flying fin now. The corner he crashed at last year. The wind was severely gusting, and he's had a very good middle sector, 27.9, but can his teammate match it? No. Hamilton 2 tenths down in the middle sector.
Look at this for an arrive and drive T9. Oh, I wanted to be on board and just see how the car flicked in there.
Well, this is a nail-biter for provisional pole here, because Valtteri Bottas crosses the line into the 1:02.9s. New lap record for Valtteri Bottas here at the Red Bull Ring, and Hamilton can't match it. Right, the moment of reckoning then. Who's going to take the first pole of the 2020 Formula One season? Verstappen, third fastest, 1:03.5 for Verstappen in the Red Bull. DRS wide open then for Lewis Hamilton.
Ricciardo's getting a nice slipstream from Hamilton. He's just a good distance behind, as is Alex Albon behind Daniel Ricciardo. Get a bit of a slipstream up to 3 and then down to turn 4. But let's see. You wonder how they've got the brake temperature and the tyre temperature to have confidence on such a slow outlap where they're waiting for each other.
Oh, and someone's had a problem, and it's Valtteri Bottas going off into the gravel. Manages to hold it, and now cuts the daisies in the field, but that's Bottas out of qualifying.
And did everybody behind him, Hamilton might have got he's really fighting the cover. Did everybody behind get a yellow flag and have to slow down?
So Lewis Hamilton might have set his best middle sector, but he would have had to have slowed down if there were yellow flags out there. Hamilton rounds the final corner. Has he got enough pace to be able to take pole position? No, by 12 thousandths of a second, he misses out. Valtteri Bottas has an off, but as it stands at the moment, he's on pole for the Austrian Grand Prix.
Norris up to 4th for McLaren. Great lap.
Albon, 5th. For Red Bull, Sergio Perez 6th for Racing Point, Charles Leclerc 7th at the moment, and that's probably a boost for him as well. Sainz, Stroll, Ricciardo complete the top 10.
Hold up, wait a minute.
go! And Bottas gets away very nicely indeed. Verstappen alongside Lando Norris. Albon and Hamilton going wheel to wheel as Bottas through turn 1. And Norris goes ahead of Verstappen but off the track. Also off the track goes Charles Leclerc as well. Bottas leads. Verstappen's back in second. Norris behind him. Albon has Lewis Hamilton right alongside him as well. And then there's 3 abreast behind that. Perez and Vettel and also Carlos Sainz as into turn 3 we go. And Norris pressurising Verstappen but having to stay behind.
Norris then, he tried to go around the outside. Verstappen was not leaving him any space, but look, he's got a great slipstream. No DRS, no drag reduction system for the first 2 laps, of course. And it's getting very close. Lewis really struggling in.
A few moments later.
Going slowly, and has he lost power? And he's desperately trying to get power back into that Red Bull. And he's urging it along and moving around in his seat, but is this Verstappen out of the race?
I keep saying I can't change it.
Okay, stand by, Max, we're looking.
I keep getting it.
Carlos Sainz on Charles Leclerc. The McLaren might have better speed coming up towards turn 3. They're going wheel to wheel. Leclerc's on the inside. Carlos Sainz will be his teammate next year and crashes into Sebastian Vettel this year. Sebastian Vettel spun round by the man who's replacing him at Ferrari.
Yeah, and Leclerc and Sainz teammates next year. I'm sorry, but Sebastian Vettel put his nose into place.
Or mechanical issues. Safety car is coming out. Whoa, this is not what Mercedes wanted.
Do not miss this last 20 laps.
So Alex Albon, who has pitted for a set of tyres, the soft compound tyre. Alex Albon is one to watch now at the restart, isn't he? Valtteri Bottas leads as we cross the line and the green flags wave once more from Lewis Hamilton, Sergio Perez and Alex Albon racing him towards turn 1. Then comes Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc right behind him. Behind Leclerc comes Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri. They didn't pit. Ocon didn't pit in 8th. And going wide there was Antonio Giovinazzi. Sainz did pit. He's 9th. Giovinazzi was 10th. Might lose a place to Fiat. As into turn 3 we go. Lock up there from Perez. Albon goes down the inside. There's a safety car on the track, but not at this moment, and they all slow down. Oh, and that's why Kimi Räikkönen's had a massive crash down the main straight. Right, so we're running on board with Sebastian Vettel.
Oh,
it's already off.
It's broken already.
The tyre actually came off the wheel.
Yeah, well, the tether didn't work because it's not a suspension problem. The wheels just plain fell. Where did that tyre go to?
Albon's got a slipstream on Lewis Hamilton. He might be in a chance here of overtaking. Going into turn 3, he's going to have to go the long way round. Perez is having to defend from Lando Norris as well. Great exit from Alexander Albon. He's got the soft compound tyre on. You would expect that. The hard tyre is on the Mercedes. Albon is all over the back of Hamilton, who once again forces in the long way round.
Gentlemen, a short view back to the past.
Has Hamilton troubles here as he turns in. Oh, and Lewis Hamilton makes contact with Alex Albon. His first podium in Formula 1 is sent spinning and drifting away in the infield in Interlagos.
Alex,
fault?
he left the door wide open. It was such an invitation for Lewis Hamilton there.
Norris goes the long way round on Perez.
No, not
and
again.
Albon again, no, with Lewis Hamilton. He's lost out once more as it was in Brazil. He comes off second best. Hamilton forced Albon all the way round the outside.
This guy is such a failure.
A few moments later.
Here goes Charles Leclerc down the inside on Sergio Perez. God, that was late. That was brilliant. Charles Leclerc into the podium places as Lewis Hamilton is given a 5-second penalty for causing a collision with Alex Albon. And if we're live on board here, that is Norris and Perez. And Norris has managed to get past Sergio Perez, and it was a bit bumpy going into turn 3, but he's managed to do it, and Perez is tumbling down the order. Bottas leads, Hamilton second on the road, but he gets a 5-second penalty. Then Leclerc, Norris and Perez, who also gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
One eternity later.
Hamilton is 6.5 ahead. He also has a 5-second penalty.
Okay, here we go. Focus. Speed. I am speed. 1 winner. 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast. Breakfast? Maybe I should have had breakfast. A little brekkie could be good for me. No, stay focused. Speed. I'm faster than fast, quicker than quick. I am lightning.
Give it everything. Out of the last corner as well, overtake.
And radio check, please. I'm moving up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster. I'm moving up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster.
Yeah, boy! Yes! Well, I don't know. I don't want to celebrate too much here, but...
Exactly. Let's wait for it to be confirmed. But yes, mate, what a drive, what a race.
I don't know about you, Martin Brundle, but I've really enjoyed those 71 laps. Should we do it again next week?
Yeah, let's do it exactly again next week. It's not often I get so engrossed in a race I didn't even notice it was the last lap.
Well, that makes 2 of us. All good things come to those who wait, I said a while ago. Well, in terms of racing entertainment, the Austrian Grand Prix today, that was a very good...
Maybe.
Don't.
No, what?
Don't give me hope.